We're jamming, hope you like jamming too. In this video, let's look at my latest G.I. Joe classified custom named Jammer, based on the Action Force character of the same name. So let's talk about him on Tac Tac Toys with Film. Yeah, welcome back to Tac Tac Toys with Film, your home of 1/12 scale or 6-inch movie-based action figures and customs of my own design. This video is not for kids, so let's get on into it. So yeah, here's a look at Jammer, and in my brand new diorama. I'll put a link to the customizer who made the diorama for me in the comments below. So Jammer is based on the Action Force character from the 1980s. Now Action Force initially and originally was the UK name for G.I. Joe in the 1980s. And Jammer was a repaint of Stalker. So here's my version of Jammer in all his G.I. Joe classified glory. So yeah, that's the description of what Jammer is. He was initially an Action Force character from the 1980s. As I say, he was a repaint of Stalker who came with a base, I believe, and there was another repaint of a character, Gung Ho, and he was Gaucho. So yeah, so in the 1980s, and Red Jackal, of course, Destro was a repaint of Red Jackal. There was a few repaints, but yeah, let's get on into some comparisons. And here's Jammer alongside Series 1 G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes. Now, of course, this was back from 2019, seems like a long time ago. Snake Eyes was one of the few figures that was true to the original design from that wave. Of course, G.I. Joe Classified is a lot more true to its 1980s design now. Yep, so here's two of them in my new diorama side by side. Here's Jammer, sorry, not just Stalker, just Jammer next to a Valaverse Action Force Delta Trooper. So as you can see with a Valaverse Trooper, they scale nicely alongside one another, really good scale. Valaverse are designed to sort of scale really well with G.I. Joe Classified. So yeah, here they are ready for battle, preparing for battle and ready for action, as I say in my new diorama. And let's have a look at Jammer next to Sergeant Slaughter. So we're going to have a look at that now. Here's G.I. Joe Classified Sergeant Slaughter. Now, fun little fact, Sergeant Slaughter was known as Sergeant Slammer in the UK. In Action Force in the 1980s. I guess Slaughter must have seemed like a bit too much of an aggressive word in the name, so they changed it to Sergeant Slammer. There is a Sergeant Slammer variant, the box artwork in the Valaverse Action Force currently. So yeah, fun little fact for you. There you go. And let's look at the articulation on Jammer now. So here we go. So the head looks up and down, as you can see there, looks left to right. There we go. I've removed the scarf, as you can see here. Yep, it's up and down, left to right. Arms go out to a T-pose. You've got full shoulder rotation. As you can see there, you've got butterfly joints. You've got double jointed elbows. Yep, full wrist rotation, which you'll see now. Yep, there we go. And same thing, of course, on the other side, which you're going to see in a moment. So yeah, it goes out to T-pose, butterfly joint there. Yep, full shoulder rotation, double jointed elbows, you can see. Full wrist rotation. Yeah, so basically standard articulation you expect from any classified figure. Yeah, so that's on use. Yeah, you've got a full waist crunch and obviously waist swivel. Got a thigh cut, as you can see in use there. Double jointed knees, which you can see being shown off there. Yeah, there's one of his thigh patches is slightly loose, so I've just let it sort of hang down a little bit for his gun. Yeah, here's the double jointed knee on show again. Thigh cut, as you can see there. You've got double jointed knee, as I say. You've got boot cuts, which you'll see now. Yep, and then obviously ankle articulation. I think they're called ankle rockers, but ankle articulation. So yeah, that's all the standard articulation on Jammer. The articulation that you'd expect on any G.I. Joe classified figure. And as I say, I've removed this scarf, which does limit the articulation at the waist a little bit when it's on. But yeah, let's and might as well have a look at the diorama, right? So this is the diorama in all its glory. So yeah, made for me by Sammy Maxwell. I'll put a link to his YouTube and all his work in the comments below. He made an animated style dio for me. I kind of wanted an animated style one. Here's Jammer in the dio for scale, so you can see it's obviously quite a big dio. Yeah, because I just wanted to get kind of animated style diorama. I've got a lot of the animated Marvel Legends X-Men, the VHS X-Men, might get the Walking Dead figures from Diamond Select. I thought these would go well. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. Here's my classified custom Jammer next to my classified custom Jungle Ops Steel Brigade Trooper. And if you want to see how I made the Jungle Ops Steel Brigade Trooper, or my video on the Jungle Ops Steel Brigade Trooper, I'll put a link to that in the comments below. So yeah, these are two of my customs. I've got plenty of videos of my customs on my channel, but you can feel free to, as I say, check out my Jungle Ops Steel Brigade Trooper in the video in the comments below. Yep, so there's the thumbnail, and yes, you can check it out at your leisure. So again, let's show you what Jammer comes with. So here's his two rifles. Yep, there you go. Just going to take those off. The one rifle has got a removable magazine, which I'll show you in just a minute. Yeah, so there you go. It's got the removable magazine, as you can see here. So, well, usually removable, of course, for the video. It doesn't want to come out, always the way, but there you go. Not removable magazine. Same thing with the knife here. Knife usually removable, but on this occasion just doesn't want to come out. So here's his pistol out of his sort of holster, thigh holster. So yep, there's his handgun with a silencer. So yeah, all paint, everything repainted. Even Jammer himself, every part of Jammer and his weapons all repainted. If you want to see how I repaint things, I'll drop a link to an upcoming video a little bit later on, my custom beast mode, which I'll talk about when it gets to it. But yeah, this is the rifle with the silencer. So there you go. There you go. The knife popped out. There we go. Yeah, well enough. So whole repainted knife as well. And yeah, what I have to do, again, just a little tip when I'm customizing, you have to kind of, I heat up the thigh holsters or anything like that, just to expand the holster, you know, the areas, so when I paint it, it doesn't, you know, there's no paint rub. Just going through the articulation again here, as you can see. Yeah, as I mentioned it before, all the standard kind of articulation that you'd expect from a G.I. Joe classified custom figure, or a G.I. Joe classified figure, I should say. As I said before, the scarf does limit the articulation a bit, and beret's removable as well. But yeah, so you can have him with the option of having the scarf removed or left on. I painted the Action Force, the original 1980s Action Force logo of Z-Force on his scarf and on his chest, because Jammer did have that in the original toy. So yeah, I'm sure we're probably going to get Action Force variants of these characters, maybe officially in G.I. Joe Classified at some point. Gaucho's, Jammer, and a few others, no doubt, because they're easy repaints, aren't they? So no doubt we'll get that. So as I said before, the beret's removable. There you go. You can see there. Yep. Head moves up and down. Just pull the head off for you, and you can see me remove the scarf. Very easy. Well, normally very easy, but again for the video, it's a bit harder than usual, but normally very easy. So yep, head just pops off. There we go. And as you can see there, I've painted the logo on his chest, the Action Force original kind of logo on his chest, and head just pops on. I gave him sort of camo face paint just to differentiate him a little bit. Obviously I've painted the face fully, like I said, I've painted everything fully, but I wanted to differentiate him a bit from Stalker. So yeah, there we go. And here's, as I mentioned earlier, here's Jammer next to my G.I. Joe Classified Custom Beast Mode. Now, I used Rock and Roll as a base body to make Beast Mode, and if you want to see a video of how I made Beast Mode, I'll put the link in the comments below. So that gives you all the steps that I take when I make a custom action figure, right from start to beginning, in my Beast Mode video. So yeah, as I say, feel free to check that out in the comments below. And yeah, here they are side by side and ready for battle. And then let's check out, just for something different, let's put G.I. Joe Classified Custom Jammer next to Mythic Legion's Adamus, who's a tribute to He-Man, just for a little look at a different line. And stay tuned, because there'll be more comparisons with different lines to come. And feel free to check out Kapow Toys, and they've currently got a sale on Stalker, so if you wanted to make a Jammer of your own, I'll put a link to the G.I. Joe Classified collection on Kapow Toys in the comments below. And you don't have to just check out Kapow Toys, you can also check out Props and Replicas, and feel free to check out Comics and Cocktails. And of course you can check out Star Action Figures, and like Kapow Toys, Star Action Figures also have a sale on their Stalker, and I'll put a link to the G.I. Joe Classified range on Star Action Figures in the comments below. And you can of course check out Invincible Toys, and they're doing two sort of 1/12 scale military action figure lines, one of which is called Futuristic Combat Soldiers. It's currently up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, and I'll put a link to that in the comments below. And feel free to check out the whole shebang, and you can check out Valaverse.com for all your Action Force needs with international shipping. And yeah, So there you go. You can, for any Valaverse Action Force needs, Action Force is obviously the updated version of the 1980s line. You can, and with new characters, you can check out Valaverse.com. Check out Gobsmack Comics, and feel free to check out all the cool stuff. And finally, check out In Demand Toys, and links for all these excellent UK independent online retailers, and of course the excellent Invincible Toys and Valaverse.com are in the comments below. So now, traveling the multiverse, we find Doctor Strange traveling to the G.I. Joe universe for this comparison in the video. So here we go. Here's a Marvel Legends Doctor Strange next to G.I. Joe Classified Jammer. And it seems like Doctor Strange is getting used to the gravity in the G.I. Joe universe, as you can see there, because he's not quite adjusted to it yet. So here's Spider-Man, My Kit Bash Spider-Man next to Classified Custom Jammer. And My Kit Bash Spider-Man is the retro Spider-Man head on the Renew Your Vows body. Yeah, so there you go. Simple kit bash that I made, and I just preferred the retro Spider-Man head, and that's the one I had left over, so made that kit bash. And here's Marvel Legends Ultron, and he's a shiny boy, isn't he, next to Action Force Jammer. So yeah, there you go. There's a comparison with a few Marvel Legends, and yeah, there's me as Flint, and I always pop up as Flint in a few of these videos. And for all the latest film and TV reviews, check out Film and TV Review YouTube channel. I'll put a link for that in the comments below. And here's Jammer next to the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Spider-Man. Now, this, if you've never had a Revoltech figure, I highly recommend getting one of the newer ones. They pose amazingly well, so yeah, they're really good. I'd actually like to see them do some G.I. Joe figures. I know obviously the two classic ones they do would be Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, but I wouldn't mind them doing Nunchuck, or maybe a few of the Ninja Force characters. Maybe Jinx in Revoltech would be amazing. And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. And for all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams, check out Dan Who Reviews with co-host Rich M. For everything Turtles related, check out Turtles and Tea with Tanner and Dan. And for all the latest G.I. Joe Classified news, reviews and more, check out Joe's and Juice with Dan, Mini Plastic Multiverse and myself. And for action figure reviews in the UK, check out Jay's Toy Collection UK, and I'll put a link to his latest live stream in the comments below. And feel free to check out Agent Z-Man's YouTube channel, and also Big Will Pixels and Plastic. You can check out his brand new YouTube channel, and again, links for all these YouTube channels will be in the comments below. And you can check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review for Toy Hunt Stateside. Why not check out Why So Serious Toys? And you can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can check out Brian's Action Figure Reviews. And of course, for film reviews and toy pickups, you can check out Cypher Sigma. And for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, toy photography, tips, tricks and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter. And for all the latest pop culture, pop songs, you can check out Elson Official Music. And for toy photography tips and tricks, you can check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics. And you can check out Austin the Hero of Collectors. And finally, you can check out the 3POA podcast with Laser Pants, Tony of Analog Toys and Bobby Vallo of Valaverse for the latest pop culture chat and action figure discussion. So, let's do some more comparisons. And here's Jammer next to McFarlane, Dark Knight, Batman. Not the most poseable of action figures, but very, an enjoyable representation of Batman. If you wanted a more poseable version, you can of course get the Mafex version at a higher price point. But yeah, there's a comparison with the McFarlane figure. And let's do a comparison with Star Wars Black Series. Here's Boba Fett, Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett next to Jammer. Obviously, G.I. Joe Classified and Star Wars Black Series are both from Hasbro. So if you wanted to mix your Star Wars universe with your G.I. Joe universe, this is what they look like next to one another. And let's do a comparison just for the hell of it with Storm Collectibles. So here's Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Scorpion next to Action Force Jammer. Now these are more of the 1/12 scale. Storm Collectibles have got a bit generous with their 1/12 scaling. And of course, you can't do a comparison with Scorpion without doing a comparison with Sub-Zero and Jammer. So here are both of those compared to Jammer, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Finish him! Well, Talking of finishing him, we've come to the end of the video. Many thanks for watching. Your support makes these videos possible. Do you make custom action figures? What did you think of my custom action figure Jammer? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, of course, for watching as always. And until next time, make sure that you enjoy those flicks and figs.